This is Melody Mojica with the segment on Home Sweet Home, and my guest today is Ralph Garrity, who is the owner of Festival Pros from Milwaukee. Thank you for being here.
Pleasure.
So I have you on the show because I know you are actually one of the main individuals that produced or promoted China Lights. So
True.
thank you. So tell us a little bit about your background before we go into China Lights.
Well, my background has been in both production and promotion of events, and it started in Wisconsin, in Milwaukee, where I'm based. And what we do is we produce street festivals and music festivals and corporate events like Miller Brewing Christmas, Harley Davidson anniversaries, and road tours. And we also work at a big venue that just does music festivals for like 9 months a year. I then got approached by the Milwaukee County Park System to work on a show from China that nobody had ever heard of. And this is about 2.5 years ago. And so what we did was we said we'd go take a look. It was in Spokane, Washington. And I went over there for a day. And we said, that looks like a pretty good show. There were 1,500 people there in the rain. So we said, maybe we'd like to try that in Wisconsin. So myself and the Park District got together and we contracted with a company called Tianyu Arts and Culture out of Zhejiang, China, who put on lantern festivals all over the country and all over the world. And so we then signed a contract and said, we'll have it. It's about a 10-acre event. And they're large lanterns. It's not the kind where there's a candle in them and they go up and catch fire,
it's completely
which
different.
is not a very popular concept anymore with cities. So this is a artistic cultural endeavor. So what we did was they sent me a ticket and said, come over to Beijing and we'll sign a contract with you. And I came, I went there, and there was a person from Great Britain at the same thing. And we had a big signing ceremony at a World Trade Organization. It was a convention of some sort. I don't even know what it was. But so we did that, and they said that their mission from Zhejiang was to do 100 lantern festivals around the world in 5 years, and we were one of them. And we've now done it twice in Milwaukee. I've also worked on it in Nashville, Tennessee. We've just completed a week ago the first year in the Las Vegas area, which was in North Las Vegas. All of these being pretty successful and people liking them a lot. So I then worked as both the promoter, the producer, and the marketing person, depending on the city.
So China Light has found a new home right here in the Southern Nevada, Vegas Valley. And I know that the Asian Culture Center, Asian Culture Alliance was a big part of assisting or partnering with you in regards to getting the word out into the community. How has that been for the partnership?
The partnership's been good. What we did was, and we've done this in every city, we try to get with the Asian or Chinese population and have them involved. We give them 1 to 2 weekends to be able to highlight their culture, highlight their entertainment in addition to the things that are going on. They can sell products, they can sell food, they can just do literature, but it's to get the people that are Asian involved in the event so it becomes more authentic. Let me say this, that it is extremely authentic. The way this gets done, it's a very long process. We can only do a couple of years a person, an individual. What it does, it brings in 20 to 30 people about 40 days before the show opens. They bring in raw materials, they bring in metal, silk or polyester, glue, and welding equipment. They then, on the ground, draw the actual lantern that they're going to build with pen and pencil. They then line up all the steel, all the little metal. They then go and weld it all together. They then form it into the shape of a lantern. Then there are ladies in this group that come and put glue on every spine. I don't know how they do this. I know how they put the glue on. I don't know how they stretch it. They then put the fabric there in the proper color, stretch it to the next spine, glue it, and somehow it stays on there. They then get the electricians to come and put LED lights all the way through it or around it. They then get another artist to come in and hand paint
It's amazing.
Like the eyes, it's incredible.
So the production took about 2 months prior to the actual first day of the opening. I know we were there to see all the beautiful lights, and they weren't really completed when we were able to
Till we opened.
media, till it was open. What, as far as the amount of people that attended this particular one right here in Southern Nevada, how many attendees would you say was present?
We believe there were over 50,000. We're still counting.
Okay.
But that's okay.
That's great.
That's wonderful.
That is wonderful for the first year.
Yeah.
What were you expecting?
We were very happy to get 50,000. We could have taken a few less. We could have taken more. What we've done is it's a 5-year commitment by the city of North Las Vegas to let us be in that park.
Okay.
Because it takes up a long period of time. There's 30 or 50 days in advance.
Yes.
It's a 40-day show and another 10 days out. So it's like a 3-month plus that they have to allocate a part of the park.
Right.
What they had us do and what worked out well was during the day, we left the exhibit areas open so people could come in, look at it unlit,
I see.
didn't cost them anything, didn't hurt their park, and it got us publicity. They went and told their friends, and they came back at night when it was all lit up. So that was a win-win. It also gave the city of North Las Vegas the opportunity to have a cultural endeavor.
That's right, yes.
Because this is not just an exhibit of metal and fabric. There's a component of entertainment. There's a stage where there are acts that came from China, juggling, tops,
great, yes.
singing, face changing, things that people have never seen here. And then there's also a component where there's a handicraft. What goes on there is the people sell these things, like similar to, like you've seen these bottles that look like there's things painted inside them.
I've seen that. I walked through the exhibits.
It's hard to figure out how that gets done. But if you stay there long enough, they'll show you because they do it. And they take a little toothpick and it has a brush that's at 90 degrees on it, and they paint inside through the hole in the top of the bottle in reverse. It's a very difficult trade to learn.
It sure is. It sure is, definitely.
We have videos that show how it works. There's all sorts of interesting things. It's culture light. It's fun to do, but it's teaching people things.
Absolutely.
And I think that's part of their mission,
Yes.
is to expose the culture of China and parts of Asia to people all over the world. People have never seen this. They don't understand what to expect.
So it's wonderful that they were able to open their arms, of course, and again, have China Lights come back for 4 more years to come. As
Correct.
you had mentioned, there is a contract that had signed. Now I know this year it was incorporated with the Chinese New Year upcoming in February. You had mentioned earlier behind the scenes that you are actually looking at different dates for this coming year.
Expanded dates. We're going to open December 21st, which is right before Christmas. It's also when the schools let out.
Okay.
And we're going to run all the way through February 10th. So it's going to cover the Christmas holiday, the New Year's holiday, and the Chinese New Year's holiday. We're just into holidays here.
Right, right.
They're very successful.
Right.
So we'll be doing that. It will be a little cool in the winter, but it was very nice this year, and I'm from Wisconsin, so it was pretty warm here for me.
We weren't used to it. I think we just have to, you guys have to sell the hoodies or the sweaters
Parkas,
this year. Yeah,
parkas.
the parkas.
But it really
For the
wasn't
Las
cold. There were
Vegas
only a
people.
couple of nights that were cold to us, and that's because of the wind. It's also
Yes, that's
different.
true.
We've never experienced a desert. In the desert, it's colder at night than the temperature says, and warmer during the day than the temperature says.
It is, yes.
We're from the Midwest, where the temperature is par with what it says. So it's quite interesting. It's been a great experience here.
It's wonderful to hear that you guys are coming back. It's
yeah.
great for us to be involved in that in the upcoming years. Of course, I know we will be talking to you a lot more. How can our audience get a little bit more information about the upcoming events for China Lights, and who should they contact?
What they should do is contact, we have a website, and they can go onto the website and use the contact thing. It's ChinaLightsLV.com. And they could also go to ACTVUS.com.
Of course, yes.
ACTV being one of our partners. We also have another partner I should mention.
Okay.
We would not have been able to do this without the help of the Boyd Casino Group. They were incredibly helpful, both in helping fund the show and exposing the show to people. I mean, they went to the extent of giving us 22 billboards for a month and a half as part of their sponsorship. They created a game, and I'm not highly aware of how casinos work, but where you go and if you make points in the slot machines, if you got 200 points, they'd give you a free ticket.
Perfect.
So it was great.
It really worked out well.
Oh, they're a fabulous partner.
We're just very, very glad to have been part of the China Lights Lantern Festival, and we look forward to being part of the upcoming show this year again, or in
We welcome
2019, and wonderful. And again, Ralph, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us.
Pleasure.
We look forward to it.
Thank you.
And congratulations on such a wonderful and great event.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
Yes.
Well, there you go. China Lights is here. It's their new home for the next 5 years or 4 years, since this is the first year. This is Melody Mojica with Home Sweet Home on Asian News. Don't go away. We'll be right back.